Okay. You're a blunder. Just kidding.
Well, that's me.
Just I know.
That's
Okay.
very mean.
All right. I'll add up.
Whoa. You just say That's hard.
I'm sorry.
Whoa. That's like telling someone to adopt it.
You deserve a blunder for that. All right. Vice is off. Now that we have the distributed property done, there's still a mess. And mom comes home and says, hey, friends aren't leaving yet until this is cleaned up even more. What can I combine here, Sierra? Great. What does it make? Good. The house is pretty clean. 23n plus 3. We're grouped together. The friends are here, but we got to start kicking out friends now. Who do I want to kick out first, Jameson? 23 or 3? 3 is farther away. We're going to do the inverse operation of plus 3, which is minus 3. 23n is by itself. 184 is on the right. Last step, what do I do, Tessa? Good. Okay. One slight change to today too is the numbers are a little bit larger for the examples. What is 184 divided by 23? I'm probably not doing that mentally. I'm going to have to guess and check. Cam, what should I guess with first? 23 times 8. Let's see. 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 2 is 16. Plus 2 is 18. That works. So your n would equal 8. Next problem. Example 2. There's still a mess on the right side this time, but I'm going to use the same process to clean it up. What do I do first? Mara. Good. Good. What is 8 times 5, Mara? Okay. Should it be positive or negative? Good. Good times a bad, bad times a good, same good, different bad, different signs make it a bad guy. 8 times 8 is 64. And bring down the 6x. Okay, we're rolling right along, but there's still a mess. Finn, what can I combine on the right side?
6 and 64x.
What does it make?
7. 7.
Okay, let our team think if you're chiming in. There's a time for that, but I want some time for people called on to think. Negative 180 on the left. Daniel, what do I do now that the house is clean? What does the left side become, Avery?
The left side becomes negative 140.
Bad guy versus good guys. Negative 140 would win. And 70x is on the right. What's my final step? Nora.
70.
Okay. What does that make? 20? We can check. It's 2? Okay. Is it a plus or a minus? Good, because same good, different is bad. Those different signs make it a bad guy. X equals negative 2 is your answer.
Good job.
Next page. Flip to number 11. It has a box and a tricky question. Solve the measure of x in the diagram below. When you are solving for x, I'm looking for the part that is missing. That's the one next to x, and I don't know this portion of the rectangle. I don't know that length. I do know the top is total 25.2 and the bottom has a section that's 21.7, but I don't know what this section is right here. How could I set this up as an equation that would help me solve for x? Silent hand if you attempted this and have any thoughts. Avery, what'd you do?
I don't know if I did it the correct way. I just subtracted 21.7 from 25.2.
That's a good start. And I'm going to kind of keep this in the corner because I'm going to show you that our setup for the equation will lead to that problem. When you're looking at this, and I'm going to start to form an equation in my head, and I know that this whole side has to equal something. What does this entire length equal? They tell me at the top. What does this whole thing equal, Tessa?
25.2.
That's your equal. Keep going. Sure.
2x plus 21.7 equals 25.
Where's my little thing? That is correct. Because you have this adding up to equal this, you can combine the two. And we're going to see that Avery's method actually happens when we start solving this problem. 25.2 minus 21.7, do you see that in the equation? Yeah, it naturally happens. So let's cross it out and keep solving. Avery, did you get what that was? What's 25.2 minus 21?
3.5.
Agree with that? Silent yes. 3.5. Okay. Then we're going to divide by 2. Lauren.
I did mine a different way. And I got B. Is B the right answer?
1.75 is correct. Did you start out by subtracting 25.2 and 21.7?
21.7 subtract 25.2, and then I divided 2 by 3.5.
Beautiful. So you did these two steps, Lauren, exactly as we're doing right now. You just did it all mentally. And so you're at the right steps and you're solving it correctly. The next step in our math kind of mindset is to make the equation first and set that up in your head. But you definitely got both steps down, and x should be 1.75. B is your answer. Tricky fish, but you guys will eventually get there. This is the start of your pre-algebra kind of mindset onto that next level. Skip muscle memory, go to aim number 2. We looked at multiplying fractions Tuesday. We multiplied them, right? Today's quick aim is dividing fractions. You're going to finish the third problem through the end while I pass out your tests. But before we do that, let's jot down number 1. When you have a division fraction problem, I cannot cross cancel first. I need to keep the first fraction, flip the second, and change the sign. When you keep the first, it's going to remain the same. When you flip the second fraction, it's going to take the reciprocal. This fraction flips upside down. Then you change to multiplication. You can now cross cancel. What numbers can cross cancel, Jackson?
Oh, I remember, I forgot about you telling me, don't tell your high school teacher about what the reciprocal. So my dad got and he yelled and he was like, that's not what it's called.
Yep, reciprocal. Yep, it'll happen. When you go to Stanford or Yale or Harvard, you will say, good guys versus bad guys, professor person, and they will say, don't ever speak like that again. You'll say no, because it helps you remember it. And then you'll get an A on their class, and they'll start using it. And then they'll publish a book about good guys versus bad guys, and then I'll make 0 money on my idea. And they'll make a lot. Just kidding. It's not my idea. I actually stole it from someone else, so I can't even take credit. Yeah. There's a teacher. I emailed him. No. We stole it when we were creating this curriculum together. We stole it from a teacher in New York who teaches at a school called Kip Infinity. And we emailed him. We got permission. We're like, hey, we saw your stuff online. Can we steal it? We think it's really cool. And he's like, yes. And so we're like, thanks. And then we stole it.
Oh, wait, so is Sam the Caveman not yours either?
Maybe.
Mr. McAtee!
You've been lying to us!
How did the Badgers
The Badgers are mine.
Wait,
He doesn't have
the
Badgers.
Badgers are his.
Wait,
Yeah.
Okay, that's all that
Shame
matters.
on you.
KFC, not KCF.
Okay, but I have to pass out your test. Yeah. So this looks like KCF. You've been taught KFC though, and so just think about it as keep first, then flip, then change. But when you write it, it looks like KCF. It's fine. Cross cancel the 3s with the 9s. Check your voice. 3, 2, 1. Corbin, off task. Pencil on paper. We're going to cross cancel and end up with 1 times 5. 5 on the top. 4 times -3 is -12. That is as simple as it gets. Help me with this one, Raiden. What do I have to flip before I can multiply? Good. 4 over 5 looks like that. Help me cross cancel. Chad talking. What do I cross cancel, Hadley? Good. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 5 is 5. What's my blunder if I circle 2/5? Lily. It needs a negative 2/5. You're going to do 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it only 3 and 4?
Yeah.
Okay. After you finish 3 and 4, take a look at your muscle memory page on the page before it. And do as many of those as you can while I pass out your test. Did I pass out your ranchers last week?
No.
Alright. I thought I did.
You did not. You passed out to the other class. That's a big one.
We're talking about practice.
That's not what we know. You have a blue one? You're not Mason.
You will.
He didn't get an A. What?
Wait, you're what?
What did Logan do?
You didn't get an A in the game.
Then you have to take it back.
That's painful.
Yeah.
You just trolled me. I should use the trolley ring no matter what. Should give me one since you called me a mistake.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's fair. That's fair.
That is
Which is basically a mistake.
I can take everybody. You didn't get an A either. You called me a mistake. What are you talking about? You were trolling.
My God, Mason.
Good job. Thank you. I've never gone to Jolly Rancher. Thank you.
We're going over your ass. That was right, too.
We had a test on the speedrunning thing.
Okay, come check the page.
That's fair.
You're very wise.
Yes, it is! You meant what you said. We said she just has to find her. She just has to find her. Rub down the board. You want a D?
No, I was literally talking. Get ready together.
I heard a B plus and you did.
If you have a homework, stand by your chair.
Bro, I don't have a homework.
It was just supposed to be
Mr. Mac, I thought test
Clarifying, your homework tonight is the homework page. If you would like to do your test corrections, it is optional. It's on Google Classroom. Click on the link that says Unit 1 Test Corrections, copy down the instructions with pen, fix your mistake, and turn it in tomorrow for half credit. I did not say go. Get by 100.
Why is there so many straws?
Guess it's STEM.
Oh, STEM. We're going to straws out.
We're
Maybe go
on
straws.
the ground.
Get Bro, like I'm not here.
You're not real force.
Cameron and Max are.
Are you kidding me?
Row 3, go back.
Thank
Row
you.
2, go back. Row 1, go back.
That's not flirting.
Why are we talking about flirting?
What? Did you guys hear a bell?
Why does it smell like coffee out here?
Did you hear a bell?
No.
Yes. I was thinking, like, what is the assignment? Like, what's the time? What's the time?
About 2 minutes.
And you were dressing up as.
Nothing except when you try to have the glasses.
You're really wrong. So it's like a presentation.
Yes.
Like a photo almost?
Yes, first stage.
Yeah. What was the like instruction? Was the
Create a monologue. You can use any existing or fictional character. It has to be like 1:30 to. No. Anything. I asked you.
what would really want their like? What would be like?
Science assistant.
Okay, that's a daycare assistant. So like he's like,
He's helping out the kids.
and he has chocolate. So like licking his like.
Yes. Okay. And also, for any kind of study for next week, is there like a packet that you get to office or something?
I'm gonna give it to you. Are you leaving tomorrow?
Yes.
So I'll give it to you tomorrow after class. Cool. Hello, Katie.
Mr. Dummett doesn't even care.
About that?
Yeah.
I don't know. What was happening with Mason? Or was there some like disrespectful?
They were
comments?
like, oh, those two medals are like participation. That's not even really a prize medal.
It's cold in here.
I'm like, oh, shut up.
They're just jealous.
I believe that, but
It's cold in here. It's like it was like.
at the same time, I don't believe it.
Huh.
It was always cold when I got in here.
Yeah.
Why?
Science.
The more you know.
It was still cold in here.
Huh.
It is kind of chill.
See, look. Is it better to learn in cold classrooms?
Would you rather be in 100-degree weather or 1-degree
In
weather?
seven.
Okay.
I can handle that. In the summertime, go.
68 and 75. 73 and 79.
Well, yeah, but your classroom was always so cold. I'd be like inside of